Hey guys, I'm Matthew Francis, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about the best party drink ever, Sangria. Sangria is basically an incredibly tasting wine punch. With just a few minutes of prep work, you're going to have that instantly festive drink that everyone is going to love. Sangria is refreshing, elegant, and incredibly easy to make. So what is Sangria? Sangria is a type of alcoholic punch that originates from Portugal and Spain. It most commonly contains some red wine, chopped fruit, liquor, and fruit juice, and maybe sparkling water. And it's almost always served chilled. But probably the best thing about Sangria is that there's no perfect way to do it. You can kind of just take whatever you have or whatever you like and make into a delicious punch. Truly, you can use some leftover wine you have, you can use all your fruit that's overripe. You really just want to use whatever you have or whatever you want to eat. The combinations of options are endless. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the more classic red wine Sangria, but you can do whatever you like at home. Trust me, there's a million variations out there. Okay, so here we have all of our ingredients, and the first thing you want to do is make sure that they're all chilled. You definitely want to make sure that any kind of fruit you're going to put into your sangria is very, very cold, as well as your orange juice and your brandy, because we're going to start with those first. But it just basically allows you to be able to keep it cold throughout the entire process so it stays fresh and delicious. So the first main ingredient in your sangria is going to be wine. For a good Spanish red wine sangria, you're going to want to choose a wine that is fruity, not too acidic, and is not too strong. So here I have a Merlot, but you could also use Grenache, Rioja, Malbec, Pinot Noir. Those would all be really great. You wouldn't want to use something like Cabernet Sauvignon or like Syrah, because that would be way too strong, too many tannins, much too bitter or acidic for something like sangria, and you'd have to add a lot of sugar to counteract all that extra flavor. So I would keep it simple with like a more easy fruity wine. And next up we have the fruit. And what's great is fruit is not only just going to add in some refreshing summer flavor to your sangria, it's also going to give you a lot of great presentation for the final little pitcher of your drink that you're going to serve the sangria out of. So you really want to make sure you choose some fruits that don't disintegrate and they're going to last well in that liquid. So I like to have citrus fruits. Today I'm going to add some slices of orange, lemon, and lime, but you could also add some really great flavors like peaches, strawberries, pineapples, pears. All those would be really, really good and make your sangria delicious for summer. The third ingredient you're gonna wanna make sure you have for your sangria is some kind of spirit, okay? So right here I have about 1.5 cups of brandy, but if you're out of brandy, you could also use fruit schnapps, rum, or cognac, or really you could use any type of strong fortified wine or liqueur. You're basically just trying to add more alcohol content to your sangria to make your guests really happy. Also, when it comes to fruit, you can use fruit juice. Today I'm going to use orange juice. You also could use pineapple juice, but really any kind of sweet fruit juice would be delicious in your sangria. And finally, your last category of ingredient that you're gonna always wanna add to a sangria is a sweetener. A sweetener kind of helps round out all the flavors, kind of helps them meld together, and it just makes it more palatable for people who may not wanna just have like a bunch of booze at once. So your sweeteners you could use is like really natural ones like agave, maple syrup, honey, or just plain white sugar. As long as you add enough to kind of balance the flavors, it'll be great. Alright, so now that we know all the different types of ingredients you always have to add to sangria, let's get started on actually making it. Any fruit that you want to add to your sangria, slice it into thin rounds and put it into the bottom of a nice big glass pitcher. You want the pitcher to be really pretty because you're going to probably put this out for your guests, or it's going to be what you pour it out of, and it's going to be the centerpiece of your table. Once your fruit is in the bottom of the pitcher, that's when you can add in your brandy and your sugar. Give it a little bit of a mix and then keep it in the fridge and let it chill for 2 hours. That's going to help all the flavors sort of settle together, the sugar will dissolve, and all the fruit juices from your slices of fruit will go into the brandy. And that's really going to help flavor the entire sangria. After 2 hours of chilling the sangria, bring the pitcher back in, give it another stir so that you redistribute all the sugar and the liquids. Then we can add in our orange juice and our wine. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I'm gonna add in the club soda, just enough for a little bit of effervescence, and stir again, and we're ready to serve. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to Allrecipes. We make a ton of great summer recipes, drink recipes that'll be really helpful for you at home. And don't forget to press the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of the great videos we do make. down in the comments below. Tell me what you would put in your perfect sangria. Would you use red wine, white wine? What kind of fruit would you want? I'm Matthew Francis, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.